bad. He was no longer just, he became unjust. He was no longer faithful, but he became unfaithful. And the list goes on. Just like the devil, his new master. And God took no credit for the new condition, in other words, the new makeover that he now was living in. And worse than that, his world, his environment was cursed. As a result of the curse, man lost total control over his environment. And his environment is now affecting him as a result. Sicknesses come about several ways. You have sicknesses which is contracted. You have sicknesses which is hereditary. In other words, it is passed down through the gene pool, through your genetics, biological and chemical chemistry. Then you have sicknesses which is obtained, received, gained, acquired. Some come by way of accidents, meaning injuries, and some come simply by the body's insufficiency, the body unable to cope with continuous working. And the Bible has something to say about that. And whenever we talk about the Bible, we're talking about God. He says that man was given a duration of time to live. And if his body was able to fight off sicknesses and disease and ailments, then he would go beyond 70. But he was allocated 70 years. And the Bible said by reason of strength, that is to say, if he was able to fight off effectively bacteria, disease, ailments and suffering and injury, then he would go beyond that. But ultimately, he would come to a cessation of life where he becomes beyond the ability to be resuscitated. And that's what we call death, a separation from life. Now the life that you have, the Bible said it's in your nostrils. The breath of life is in your nostrils. And the Bible said God breathed into man's nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And he is living until that breath, for one reason or the other, sicknesses, disease, or just the failing of the body. Sometimes we use the word heart attack, cardiac arrest, or some other means. Sometimes we use the term die of old age or natural causes. That is to say, there is no specific reason that is given why this person has ceased from living. But one thing is sure, the breath has left their nostrils. And as a result of that, they are beyond the ability to be resuscitated and are pronounced and certified dead. This, my friend, is the reality of the world in which we live in. Whether you're young, whether you are middle-aged, or whether you are ageable, the fact is no one, not any of us, will live forever. It is a result of the violation of the law of God, which was meant to be rule and government of man's life. Whether you believe that, which is God's account, which is told by holy men of God, believers of the faith, or whether you have a complete different opinion, the fact remains that once you have entered into this world, you will not live forever. So what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to sit there and live in despondency? Are you just going to put your thumb in your mouth and just bury your head in the sand? Or you're going to get information that will give you wisdom, that will enable you to live a vigorous, successful, prosperous, happy, and wholesome, and worthwhile life. Yes, you're not going to live forever. That's true, but then none of us will. But don't let that stop you. Whether it is 10 years, 60 years, 100 years, life is to be enjoyed. Enjoy life. Travel the earth. See the geographic locations of the earth. See the splendors of the earth. Eat the fat of the land. And enjoy life whilst it lasts. That's liberty. And you are given life to enjoy, irrespective of the perplexities and the complexities and the horrors and the sorrows that are in the world. You can still enjoy life. But in order to do that, you need to be wise. You need information. It is vital to life. And this program, Liberty Hour, is designed to put you in the driving seat and give you information that will enable you to have longevity of life. So you may say to me, well, what about those things that are in the world that is not advantageous to life? Pain, suffering, sicknesses, disease, calamity, and so on and so on. The list is endless. What am I going to do about it? Let me tell you what you need to do about it. You need to get some knowledge. You can either get it from the college or you can get it from revelation. The two avenues are available to you. Knowledge that comes from education, that is to say study, school, university, and institutes of learning. Even the good internet, books, and programs, documentaries, and even this wonderful program, Liberty Hour, will give you information that will enable you to be able to live fruitful, productive, beneficial, and blessed. And there are men and women who are dedicated in helping you, being your aid, being your helper, being your assistant, giving you their sympathy, giving you the benefit of their expertise. That's where science and technology comes into it. We're living in a world of technological advancement, and the instrumentality of medicines has moved on from the bushes. It has come into the 21st century where the cutting edge of medicines and technology is at its greatest ever. And men and women now know how to help you in various ways, physically,